before I, go into Salita Promotions a little bit more, I wanted to, get into more of your background here. When you got to Brooklyn, New York, you started to, look at Orthodox Judaism and, started to practice Judaism there. And
yep.
How has that been, going from that particular point to now? Because I know that they had, they did like a little bit, a movie from in 2007 where you kind of like split, practicing Judaism and being in the ring. But like going to your, your studies as a Orthodox Jew.
Yeah, so great question. I came here from the Soviet Union, and growing up in the Soviet Union, Jews was treated as second citizens. Didn't really have all the rights of everybody else, and we didn't have the right to practice our religion. So the reason why my family and really every Jewish family from the Soviet Union immigrated to the United States and to different parts of the world is for the reason because they were not allowed to be openly Jewish, whether they want to be religious or even if they didn't want to be religious, or just to be openly Jewish. And I wanted to learn about what it meant to be to be Jewish, and I got in touch with an organization called Chabad Lubavitch when I was 14 years old, and growing up in Sarah City Boxing Club, Jimmy O'Farrell, who was an older African American gentleman, was really took me under his wing and became like a second, like a real father figure in my life, and really taught me a lot about life. And he used to take me to different gyms where he was when he was a kid, and because of segregation, he couldn't function the same way that the other boxers functioned, and he had to go from the back. And he used to tell me about it. He used to tell me different places and show me when he used to fight with different things that happened. So, I was kind of very different in the Sarah City Boxing Club, or I kind of stood out because of where I come from. And Jimmy always encouraged in me to be outspoken about myself and about where I come from and all the different all that. So as I learned about myself and learned about my faith, having the influence of Jimmy and being a responsible leader and speaking about things that are important, really gave me a certain vision of the world and made me, when I was younger, early in my career, some things were very important to me, like not fighting on the Sabbath and wearing a yarmulke, wearing publicly, and being able to deal with all of that. So I credit Jimmy with strengthening me in terms and giving me the inspiration to be able to carry it out in a responsible, good way.